Welcome to the Put Up, everybody. I'm A.K.A. the Wizard, and this is season 2. I don't know. It's like we moved to pre-recording, so it's like it could be episode 2 or 3, one of the two. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But welcome. Thanks for joining us today on the Put Up. We have a special guest all the way from Oregon, Maine, right? Bird. Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine. Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Put Up.
Portland, Maine. One of the Portlands. It doesn't matter. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to do this interview. It's my first interview for anything related to my music. So I'm super, super stoked to get a chance to talk about my art and, talk about some things that are really important to me and, just get it going.
Yeah, thanks for coming on today. Like I'm actually a little bit honored to be able to be one of your first interviews ever. That's amazing.
Yes, this is so high tech. I feel it's
the
all running
the
so
magic of the
smoothly.
internet.
No, it really is. This is like brilliant. I'm like sitting in my bedroom at home and I'm just like doing this right now. This is so awesome.
It's a beauty of technology these days, right? We can access people from all over the world and help them get their message out, share their story, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. My setup is not nearly as cool as yours, but we're doing our best. We have
It took me a long time to make those, okay? Like
it looks awesome. It looks great. Yeah, I have my little pillow fort guys in the background, little lights, stuff like that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But yeah.
I got LEDs up there too. You just can't see them right now. We can do like light shows in the studio here and stuff. It's wild. Yeah.
Crazy.
They go to the music,
Oh, perfect. Go crazy in there.
But enough about me. Let's talk about you today.
Okay. All right.
We want to hear your full story all the way back from the start. Where'd you start creating music? How'd you get started as an artist? Like, where do you come from?
Yeah, so I grew up in a home that was filled with very creative and driven people. My mom is a physician, she's a doctor. She's always been very goal oriented, and my dad is a very creative and driven person. And he's into cinematography, but when I was growing up, he used to play music for me in the car, and I've always been very music oriented, and he wanted to, keep me into that. Same with my mom. They both were like, they locked in on that. They were like, oh, our child is a prodigy, which I don't know if that's true, but they had this inkling and they were like, all right, we have to like cultivate and grow this. And so I have memories of being like 7, and the song 1985 by Bowling for Soup. My dad and I actually did a cover of that when I was like 7, and he taught me how to like lay down a scratch track and like figure out how to build a thing. And this is me like
the
super,
basics
super
of
young,
recording, right?
just like from scratch, like 101. Like this is how you start. This is how you do it. So that was really like, that's my first memory. And when I was in like middle school, I was like, I want to write the song. And so we like wrote and we recorded the song, and it used to be on YouTube. We actually made a YouTube video for it, like a music video for it.
Nice.
And it is privated now, but I still have it. It's really cute. It was a song called Superhero, and we went and I got to like ride around in a fire truck, and I went and like worked with the neighboring police department and was able to, it was very wholesome, very like, you can be a superhero too. And it's like, it was about like everyday superheroes that you see, like doctors and firefighters and just stuff like that. It was really, really cute, and it was really fun. And I enjoyed the fact that my parents like fed into that. And then as I got older, COVID happened. And during COVID, I was like, I'm so bored. I'm literally so bored. Let me write a song. I need to like start figuring out how to do this. So my dad and I wrote the song called 2020. Very, very on the nose.
Yeah.
And it's just, 2020, like this year sucks. Everything is ruined. These are all the things that this year and the pandemic ruined for me. And like, my dad helped me record it, and it was really fun. And then I got to college and I was like, okay, like I have an idea of what I want to do. I have an idea of how I'm going to do these things. And so then I just started producing for myself, and slowly over time getting more equipment and a better computer and like a microphone and an interface, and like learning how to take all of these things that I have learned throughout my life and bring them into one, which is my music. So that's like a very quick synopsis of it, but I mean, that's it. That's what I got.
No, it's amazing how we like over time you have to like slowly upgrade everything, right? Like I
Yeah.
remember when I started making music too, it was like this little tiny tape recorder thing with a mic on top of it built in, right? And you just
Yeah.
set it on top and hit play and record to like make it happen, right? And it's
Yes.
like then I bought like a little tiny like $20 Radio Shack mic and plugged it directly in. I didn't know what a preamp was, right?
Right? Me
So then I
neither.
plugged it right into like the mic slot of my computer, like an old
Yeah.
Pentium 4 back then. It was like some
Yes.
archaic type shit, right? And then
Yeah.
it's like over time you just like progress as you understand the veil of life like lifts or whatever, and you can like figure out how to get the right things to do what you're supposed to
Yeah.
do with music, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I actually the first ever song that I wrote in my freshman year college dorm, I wrote and recorded using the microphone on the Apple headphones.
There you go. Just like
Like,
that, right? Just
and
like
I put like a surgical mask over my face to act as like a pop filter, and then I held it in front of my face like this. And I sang into it. And
that's
that
kind of innovative actually,
that
a
was the first
surgical
one.
mask.
That was the first one I did. Yeah, because everyone was wearing masks. So I had like 1,000 of them, and I was like, "Oh my god, I keep popping. I keep popping because this is high quality equipment." And so I was like, "I need to stop popping into this microphone." So I just put a mask over it, and I was in my bedroom like la 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 la, and I thought that was brilliant. And then I was like, I actually need to get a new microphone. And then I got one that plugs into the computer, and then I got a new computer, and then I discovered what an interface was and a preamp, and I was like, oh, okay, slowly but surely building into something that has more flexibility, and learning how to use it, because that's the hardest part, is learning how to use all of this stuff. Like it's like a completely separate form of art. I don't know. It's like technology and art. I don't know. I'm just like, please, I hope it works. Put it all together. But now I'm a little bit, now I know a little bit more about what I'm talking about and what I'm doing. So I'm feeling more confident in that regard. But
Yeah,
yeah.
like I went to recording school, so I learned all about this stuff after I had used it, right? But
Mhm.
then as a mix engineer and stuff, I'm now like I work with some people that are just starting out and stuff, and they go through the exact same process where I'm like, I can hear some noise in your mic that shouldn't be there. We really need to get you an interface, like those basic steps again, right? That
Yes.
almost everybody has to go through in order to get like that crisp
Yeah.
sounding final product type thing, right?
Yeah. I also just think there's a lot of beauty in like starting from like ground
From
zero
the
and like
bottom now here,
learning.
right?
Started
Yeah.
from the bottom, now we're here. But like just learning and like coaching yourself through it and going on Google and saying, why does this keep happening? How do I make this stop happening? And like trying to, oh gosh, trying to put into words the issue that you're having with like whatever software that you're like, how do I stop this random buzzing every time I start and stop a new track? And I'm like, I don't know what the buzzing is called. Is I don't know, like, you know what I mean? Like just trying to
Noise, yeah.
articulate the issue that you're having to fix it and troubleshoot it. Like that was like the hardest part, because I was like, what? I'm like, what is happening? It just sounds wrong. And I'm like, I have to figure out how to articulate this issue and put it into Google so Google can tell me what the fuck I'm doing wrong. But it's beautiful, because then you can look back, at least I do. I look back and I can hear it in the songs that I made. I'm like, oh, I can hear each individual progression. And I think that's so cool, because I just love having that. I'm a big memory person, so I love having that like tangible auditory reminder that I wasn't always where I am now. I think
Well,
that's
like
awesome.
getting the confidence as you gain that, right, over time, and it's like you
Mhm.
get to literally go back and see it's almost like a reassurance type thing
It
where you
is.
can like, now I'm in a better place than I was because you can literally hear the difference between the 2,
Yes.
right? Like
Yeah, because sometimes I'm in a session and I'm like, wow, I literally don't know anything about what I'm doing. And I have to go back. I have to like take a second and like listen to my old stuff. And I'm like, no, okay. Okay. I have actually grown and changed.
and that's the important piece of it,
Even though
right?
I don't
Is
feel
like
like
that
I
growth.
have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, it's so nice. But it's just little by little, just working on it, doing your best, at least for me.
Okay, so describe to everybody that's watching your style or sound, like what makes you stand out?
Um, I think that for me, what makes me stand out is the fact that I love, obviously, I want to create music that sounds pleasing and is catchy, but I also don't like to hold myself to a standard of like perfection, because I think that it's really easy to get lost in like the nitty-gritty and the little things that you hear and you're just like, "Oh god, I wish that that was just like a millisecond later," or like, "I wish this was just a little bit different." And there's a lot of freedom in just being like, "Fuck it. I'm not perfect, so neither will my music be." it's
And maybe
just
it's special because of that imperfection that it has,
yeah,
right? Like
and there's a couple songs on my newest EP, The Crow and the Star, came out 2 weeks ago almost, and on each song, there are parts that I intentionally left in there that are little fuck ups because I was like, "I could go back and I could fix this," but the EP itself is something that was a really, really big challenge for me. It was like I told myself, I was like, "I'm gonna make an EP, I'm gonna write 5 songs, I'm gonna come up with a concept. I'm gonna make all the songs. I'm gonna produce all the songs. I'm gonna do all the artwork and all the promotion all by myself. I want to do it." And at the end of it, I was like, I'm so tired of these songs. I cannot get myself to go back and fix these little errors because I don't care. At this point, they're nothing. Like when I was first listening to them, I was like, oh God, all these little errors. Oh God, like what if it's not perfect? I don't care. It's my music.
and, like,
Music is
beating
not supposed to
yourself
be
up, right?
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I was like, I am supposed to be having fun. This is supposed to be a creative outlet for me. This is supposed to be something that I do for myself. And if people who listen to it don't like that there's a little blip at the end that doesn't sound like it's supposed to be there, then don't listen to it. It's my shit. And I'm cool with that.
Like, I mix for my guy Lil White Lie, right? And I've actually had times where I've taken, like, something like that off the end of a track, and he's like, "Yo, put that back."
Put it
He's like
back.
yeah, he's like, "That little mess up sound is like I've, like, grown to, like, love that thing. I need to have it in that track right at the end right
Yeah.
there." You know?
Right? Right? Like, I mean, in the early 2000s, everyone was doing like a little like 30-second like blip at the end of their song. Like Kesha's like, I like your beard. And like in the first, you know what I'm talking about?
I
Your love is
remember
my
them, yeah.
drug. She's like, I like your beard. And that's so iconic. Like that line is so iconic. And people remember that song. At least I do, because of that line at the end.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just like, what are we talking about? Okay, but now you've connected your brain to this song for that little blip, which means the rest of the song is inherently more attuned to like your brain and like what you remember about it, and you're gonna like it that much more because you're like, ha ha ha, oh my god, that was so funny, that little blip at the end.
Imagine they took it out
Right? That song would be
and,
half
like,
as
made it
iconic,
too perfect, right.
right? And like that's something that I have grown to really appreciate is like the little imperfections in art because that's what makes it art in my opinion.
That's what makes it art. The stroke of the
Otherwise,
pen on, like, a drawing or whatever, right? And they're
yeah,
never the same twice, and that you look at it, like, up close, and you're like, "What the hell is that?" Right? But
yeah.
then when you stand back and look at it, you're like, "Oh, that's what makes it what it is." Right?
Exactly. Like without that little blip, it wouldn't be what it is. So I really just that's my attitude and my mindset towards music for that reason. Like I think that the imperfections in music is what makes music that much more special. And that's what makes my music special. Because I know a lot of people will love to just nickel and dime it and make sure it's perfect and everything sounds great. But I don't care.
And
This
kinda
is
sterile and cold at that point once you've
yes,
done all that to it, right?
sterile. That's a really great word. Like it feels very sterile. It feels very, very artificially polished.
Right.
It's just not it doesn't have that same something. I don't know. Yeah. So I like my imperfections and I like that my music is a little bit, you know, wonky at times, but it's adding to the overall vibe. So just trust. Just trust.
Just trust that it's okay.
Trust the
That's it.
process. It sounds good. Don't worry about that little part. It's fine. Just keep listening to it.
Where do you find inspiration for your art? Like, where do you get the ideas from when you go to write a song?
Oh, everywhere. Literally everywhere. Um God. I will be at work and I'll be thinking about something that happened, you know, a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. I'll be like, that's a really good song idea. And I'll just like write down like whatever. I get verses like that pop into my head like all the time or choruses, like just like
So all of a
six
sudden,
six
poof, you know?
yes, yeah, it just pops right into my head. And I can hear it in my head, which is really, really cool because that really does help when it comes to the process. Like I can just like hear it in my head before I have even put it down anywhere. But I'll just write it down and I get inspiration from things that happen today. Sometimes I get ideas about song concepts that would be nice, and I try to challenge myself to write outside of like my emotional like songwriting because obviously the best songs are written from an emotional place. Like you no one's ever written a good song where they're like not feeling it
On
emotionally,
purposely trying
like
to write a song or
right,
something, right? Like
exactly, like the best songs are written in times of like high emotion. And so sometimes I like to try and challenge myself to write about like a concept that I had an idea. And usually those songs aren't as good, but sometimes it's just nice to, just keep feeding that creative side of my brain, like keep challenging myself to do things that are outside of my comfort zone so that it gives me more building blocks in the future to work with, because everything that you do in your life is going to eventually pile up and turn into something else, but you don't know what that something else is going to be until you like get all these blocks. Like, you can't build a wall without a bunch of bricks, so you need those
Like a
bricks.
musical workout almost or
It
something, right?
is, yeah, and it's just working that part of your brain that's like, okay, let's write a song. Here's what we're going to write about. Okay, that song sounds like shit, but at least you wrote a song. And it's exercise. And so I like to try and find inspiration wherever I can. And like my notes app on my phone is like 1,000 miles long. It's just full of just random song ideas, and some of which make it out and most of which just stay there because they're not that good. But that's okay, because gotta try. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So
Okay, so you get these songs in your head, right? Walk
mhm.
us through the process of like how that becomes like a fully finished production. Like you write down the lyrics next, then you pick up an instrument, play it. Like how does this process work?
Yeah, so like I said, I I hear it in my head. Like I don't like
Is it
I
fully finished up there? Like it's got the
no,
entire tune, all that shit to it?
no, there's a lot. Like I don't hear drums in my head. Like I don't do drums. They're not I don't like drums. I don't fuck with drums. Like I need them, but I don't like them. But I'll hear like the chords and the melody, if that makes sense, and I almost can like visualize it. Like I don't I have a very visual brain, so like it turns sounds into a visual, like I don't even know how to describe it. It just like looks finished. And so
Interesting.
I'll
Yeah.
take like I'll take like a song, like I'll have like in my notes app, it'll be like a brick of lyrics, a brick of lyrics, a brick of lyrics, a brick of lyrics, and that's the whole song. And then I'll sit down with like my guitar or just with an open project on Logic, and I will just start singing. I'm like, okay, what do I want it to sound like? I'm like, na 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 na, and then I play. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. And then, I kind of build out like a rough track, and I'm like, okay, this is roughly how long the song is going to be. This fits all of the lyrics in my head. Like this would all fit between this point and this point. And then I go in and I add more things and I take out things from the original track, and it just kind of turns into like a game of add and subtract. And then once I have like a rough mix down, then I'll do vocals, and I'll do those the best I can. And then usually I'll export it and be done with it because I get tired. And I'll listen to it 150 times and I'll be like, okay, now I can actually hear it, which then allows me to hear the next layer on top of things that need to be added or done to make it sound that much better. And I basically repeat that process 1,000 million times until it's done, or until I feel like it's at the point where if I adjust it anymore, it's going to become like too much. So it's important to know where to stop. But it's just like I hear it, I build it, I export it, I listen to it, I process it, I hear it, I work on it, I export it, I listen to it, I process it. And it's just a lot of reflecting on it and figuring out, okay, I liked the way that sounded, but I do feel like it needs like a little extra piece here, a little extra instrument here, an extra harmony here, an extra like background, ad lib here, just anything that would make it sound more finished and more produced. I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost like it takes that other environment or whatever, hearing it in that different space after you've taken it out of your DAW to like come up with that next thing or whatever, right? To like
Mhm.
finally mold that thing to where it should be.
Yeah. I'm sure you understand, like, when you're, like, sitting in front of a computer all day and you're looking at your DAW and you're, like, playing around with all these tracks, like, you can see it. That's, like, it's
Oh yeah, it makes
visually
like a
there.
it's not an image, but it's like patternic, if you want to call it
Yeah.
that,
It's like a
right?
map. It's like a map of, like, the song. It's like you can map it all out and it's there. But then when you take that away and you just put your headphones on and you
Right,
listen
like
to
get
it
objective about it,
and you
right?
experience it the way that one would any other time that they're listening to music, that's when you're like, okay, now that I'm not seeing it and it doesn't look as full because you're you know, there you can have like 30 tracks and you're like seeing these 30 tracks and you're like, oh my god, there's 30 tracks, like that's so many tracks. But then when you export it and you like aren't looking at it, it doesn't sound like 30 tracks
Right.
because they're not all playing at the same time. They're all coming in at different times. And so then it allows you to be like, okay, now that I'm not overwhelmed visually, what does it need sonically? And it's
Very
important to,
interesting, yeah. Because
yeah,
I like, as a mix engineer, we go and we take it to different places on purpose to hear how it's gonna sound in, like, a
play it on
Bluetooth
different
speaker, right?
speakers, play it in your
Right,
car, play it in your
right.
Apple headphones, play it in your big headphones. Like, yeah, totally.
And
Got to
we're
do all
looking
of
for,
it.
like, yeah, what's wrong with it in any one of these spots? Because it's supposed to sound the same everywhere type thing, right?
And it won't. That's the thing. It never will. And that was the hardest thing that I had to come to terms with when I was first started making music because I was getting so frustrated. I was like, why does it sound different on different speakers? Because it just does. The answer is because it just does. You just have to make it sound good.
Yes, flattering to all of them, you know what I
And
mean?
yeah, like they're gonna sound different, but you just have to find like a good ratio between like the high ends, the low ends, the mids, you know, you just have to find a good balance between all of it to make it sound roughly the same. And your brain, the brain is an amazing thing because your brain will fill in the spots that it knows are there but can't necessarily hear it if it's heard it in a different context before. Like if you listen to a song in your car, you'll hear all of the parts, surround sound, 360, like you get all of it. But then if you listen to it on your phone, obviously you're not going to hear all of that because it's coming out of your teeny tiny little phone speaker. But your brain knows what the song sounds like, so your brain will fill that in, and then it's just up to the listener to appreciate that. And that was something that I also was thinking about. I'm like, don't get too deep into the nitty gritty, at least for right now. Like maybe one day if I have more time and care more, then I will. But I think that, again, a lot of it is subjective. So you just, you know, do your best and make it sound the best that it can. And it's art. So it's up to interpretation anyway. So who cares?
Heck yeah. Well, we're gonna go hear one of your tracks, actually.
Yes.
I
Let's
think the
listen.
first one that we have up first is called High Stalker. Tell us about that track.
High Stalker is a song that I wrote about um the concept of, and it does have a personal kind of story behind it. But I think a lot of people can relate in the age of social media that internet stalking is like super, super, super common. I know I do it.
Creepy.
I know I do it. No, but I mean, like, you know, like, oh, that friend I haven't talked to in a long time. Like, I wonder what they're up to. Look up their social media. Just
Next thing
go
you
and,
know, you're like 200 posts
right,
down watching their
right,
life, right?
right. You're like looking at their highlights on their Instagram. You're like checking their reposts. Like, you're just like, and like part of it was written about me because I know that I am like guilty, guilty of doing it. But also, it's just the concept of like stalking through the internet and like, you know, just the like, oh, what are they doing? What are they up to? Like, why are you looking at me? Hi, stalker. Hi, stalker. Hello. Because, you know,
You
then,
can see it. Those people
yes.
viewed your profile, right? Like on
Yeah.
the other end of it.
Yeah, I know. On TikTok, you have like the profile views. Like if you view someone's story, you'll come up in their profile views. And like I've had people who I don't talk to for many, many reasons who will like go onto my social medias and check what I'm doing. It's like I'm doing the same thing I was doing
When you
yesterday.
wouldn't talk to me before, you know what I mean? Like the
Exactly.
same shit.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's just a concept of like, hi, stalker. I see that you're watching me. Is my life so interesting to you? I guess it is. Here you go. And so I wrote this song about that. And it's just fun. It's a lot of exaggeration for comedic effect and dramatic effect, but I love it. I love the song. It's so fun to me. So whenever you're
Nice.
ready, gang,
Let's roll it.
let's roll it.
Hi stalker, it's nice to see you. You go wherever I go. You're always looking at me. Hi stalker, I know you're near me. I hear your heavy breathing and the sound of your feet. Lurking in the shadows in the corners of the world. A sly little snake and you wish you were that girl. A spy through the public eye and on the internet. It's not much that you can see, but you'll take what you can get. It's not hard to find a reason why I always see you creeping. All your stuff fits in a shoebox and I need 3 behind me, you're my biggest fan. Smile, baby, you're on the stalker cam. Hi, stalker, it's nice to see you. You go wherever I go, you're always looking at me. Hi, stalker, I know you're near me. I hear your heavy breathing and the sound of your feet. Hunting me down like a deer in the field, to dream and to magnify how it might feel to capture the essence, the aura, the vibe. You covet my presence, you chase me for miles, hunting me down like a deer in a field, to dream and to magnify how it might feel to capture the essence, the aura, the vibe. You covet my presence, you chase me for miles. I just wanna say one more thing to you. Hi, stalker, I'm watching your every move. Hi, stalker, it's nice to see you. You go wherever I go, you're always looking at me. Hi, stalker, I know you're near me. I hear your heavy breathing and the sound of your feet. Hi, stalker, it's nice to see you. You go wherever I go, you're always looking at me. Hi, stalker, I know you're near me, and I hear your heavy breathing and the sound of your feet.
Welcome back to the Put Up, everybody. I'm A.K.A. the Wizard, and we have Bird with us today.
Hello. That was my song Hi Stalker. It's been, that's the second one on the EP, and it's one of the upbeat and like poppy ones, and that one is just really so fun to me because it's very unserious. Just the way that it's written, it's very unserious. It's about you know, being stalked on the internet by someone, whether you know them or not. Usually it's by someone that you know, because normal people aren't stalking strangers. But you know, hi stalker, because people and the internet, it's very open. A lot of people have public accounts, and there are many, many people who will just watch you. They won't say anything. They will just watch you like a stalker. So hi,
Yeah.
stalker. Yeah. I
Well,
hope
we're
you
gonna get
enjoyed
into
that one.
we're gonna get into like the nitty gritty part of the interview, as I call it. Struggles,
Nitty-gritty.
the good things, the bad things. Just before we do, anybody that's joining us, like, share, and subscribe below here. And I mean, if you're not already, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but
Loser.
But yeah,
Yeah.
we like having everybody come and watch this and get to know you as the person that's in the hot seat today, you know?
I'm in the hot seat. It's hot over here.
So tell us, what has been like the hardest thing that you've ever had to experience in the music industry so far?
I think that was actually something that happened pretty recently. Um, I I have been using a distributor, and I have been using them for multiple years. I pay them many, many dollars. This is actually how we got connected, aka the Wizard and I, through a TikTok that I made because I got a song of mine taken down for artificial intelligent streaming, and I couldn't reach anyone at the distribution company to put my song back up or figure out why my song got taken down. And that was really awesome. This happened on October 23rd. Today is, oh my God, it's a month out. It's literally
Oh my
November
gosh,
23rd. Yeah. So this was like literally like a month ago. I was going online to check something, whatever, went on my artist account, and I'm looking at all my songs, making sure everything is good to go. And I noticed that one of my songs had been, you know, removed. It was still there, but it wasn't live anymore. It was like removed. And I was like, what's going on? So I did some digging, and it turns out that my song got removed because Spotify has a rule where if you have over 90% artificial intelligence streams, then your song gets taken down, basically. And I was like, that's so weird. I never put my song anywhere that would be streamed artificially by artificial intelligence. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I was like, okay, let me contact the company, right? So I like go online and I'm like, is there an email? No, there's no email, because I emailed the email and the email bounced back and they said this email isn't accepting any more inbox messages. And I was like, okay. So I go online, I'm like, do they have a phone number? So I try to call the company and the company's like, use our online, support system. So I'm like,
Use the
okay,
AI.
right? So I'm getting to that. So the online support system is an artificially intelligent chat bot that you talk to, that's supposed to know how to help you, and it doesn't. Right? So let me get this straight. My song got taken down because it was streamed by artificial intelligence, but you can use artificial intelligence as a support system because you don't want to hire people to actually be present 24/7. Let me get that straight. So naturally, as an artist, that's upsetting. You want to have your music up, and on top of that, they actually charged me 10 euros for
Yeah,
that.
that's diabolical. That
And
is
like,
diabolical.
and then it's not even like they just charged me. They took that out of my streaming royalties that I had saved in my account.
And
because
charge
I
your credit card too,
I
right?
charged my credit card for the remainder. I was like, you guys suck. I was like, what the hell? So I was like, how do I fix this? Like, how do I get my song back up? Because that was really what I was most concerned about. Because like it was $6. Like the $6 in my, my streaming royalties is neither here nor there. Like I could fight about it, but I don't care. What I care about is my song. I care about my art. I care about my music. So I reached out through this chat bot. They didn't do anything. I was like, I can't reach a person. I literally can't reach a person. So the next thing that I did is I opened up my camera. I opened up my little TikTok app and I made a video. And I said, anyone who is a small musician needs to listen to this because you are probably going to be a victim of what I'm about to tell you. And what I told them is exactly what I just told you, that they took my song down for artificial streaming and then they charged me money. And the only way that I could contact them was through an AI bot. And lo and behold, thank the TikTok gods, my video got enough outreach that enough people commented and enough people tagged this corporation that they sent me a DM and they were able to get my song back up miraculously. It was so interesting, but
Wow, eh?
it took so much time and so much effort and so much energy, and I literally had to make a video screaming on the internet for anyone to hear me. And I had so many lovely people in the comments being like, I had this happen to me too. I had this happen to me with a different distributor. I had this happen to me, like you had this happen to you. Like it is an epidemic, quite literally. And it's just taking over. And I'm like, I just don't stand for that. I don't like AI. I think that AI is a waste of space, time, energy, money, resources. I think that it makes people dumb. I think that it makes you a cheater. And I think that if you're using AI for anything that's creative, then you're not actually a creative person. I think that you're lying to yourself. And that's okay. If you want to keep lying to yourself, go ahead. But I don't think that you're an artist.
If it's
If
about
you
the
use
money,
AI.
you know what
It
I
is
mean?
about the money. It's always about the money for everyone but me, apparently. I don't care about my $6. I have a real life job where I make money and I pay my bills with that. And music is my art and it is my passion and it is something that I will do for my whole life, as long as I have the means to do it. And the $6 will probably come back. I'm not really worried about it, but I am worried about the fact that you, as a corporation, think that it's appropriate to take my song down for artificial streaming, and then you only have an artificial intelligent bot to get support for that. Like I just find that really like that put a freaking sour taste in my mouth. I was so pissed. So that was a challenge. And I got my song back up. Definitely got my song back up, but it took so much effort and they had to ask me for my email. I was like, you guys know me. I'm a subscriber. I pay you money. You have my email. Why are you asking for my email?
You have my credit card info.
You have my credit
You know what
card
I mean? Like,
information, but you don't
come
have
on.
it. Like, call me on my cell phone. You have my number. I know you do because I wrote it to you in an email and I wrote it to you on the AI chatbot. But no, you're in my DMs asking me for my email. Right. So I got a very nice email, very long and detailed email from a real person, and she explained the situation, and she told me that the reason why my song was taken down was not their fault. It wasn't their fault. It was Spotify's fault. And Spotify has that rule where it's like the 90% AI stream, whatever, and that I can fill out a form to get it appealed and they might put my song back up. So I said, okay, fine. Fine. So I go to
Because
fill
what
out.
else are you gonna do, right?
Right. I'm like, fuck it. I'll fill out the form. Give me the form. Whatever. So I'm like going to fill out the form, and one of the boxes on the form is like the IPEC number, which is I think that's what it's called, and it's just the number that is attached to each individual song, so that they can find it in like the sea of data that is like the song library database, whatever. So I go back onto my artist account to go look up that number, and I go back on, and literally the day that I got the DM, the day that I got the email from this woman, my song got put back up. I didn't do anything. They just put it back up. So I don't know if that company, which I don't want to say their name, but I don't know if that company was the one who put it back up or if Spotify was the one who put it back up. But someone somewhere who clearly has access to the little button that says take
Somebody
down,
made
put
a
up, take
phone
down, put up.
call.
Somebody made a fucking phone call and they were like, this girl is running her mouth on the internet. Please put this back up before it becomes an issue. It's like, you're going to get sued if you don't take this shit seriously. I'm not going to sue you because I don't have the money for it because you took my $6. But fuck you guys. So, it's just little battles like that. And it's just like with the influx of AI in art, like we just had, I think it was this week, there was like news that like an AI artist is now on the Billboard charts. I'm like, fuck, please, no.
Well, and also like there was that Kendrick Lamar and Drake dispute where like they were talking about half of the streaming numbers being like artificially generated.
Yeah.
Remember that thing?
Yeah, I
It was
do. And
crazy.
it's like nobody knows what's real. Nobody knows what's real. Nobody knows what's fake. Like everything is up in the air right now. And it's like, you can't make these rules around streaming if you're not going to have it across the board because
Fair for everybody, yes.
yes.
100%.
And like you just can't. And if you do, like you suck. Like you suck. Like
Well, and that's what's happening.
I'm gonna go back to making CDs, okay? I'm gonna go pay a company to print
Out
me
the
1,000
trunk,
CDs. I'm gonna get out of my trunk of my car. Who wants a CD? $10, $10, $10. I'll mail it to you. $20. I don't care. Like
Yo, they got cool new credit cards, eh? It looks like a credit card, but it's got like a little USB thing that flips out of it, and you can just like plug it into your phone and like get the album that way too.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's like a new CD.
That's
It's like a
new and
2025 CD.
innovative and not evil, I would say.
Not AI, yeah.
Not AI. That is you can nail that. That is tangible. Like it's just so frustrating because you just don't have any control over where your art goes and who has control of it and who controls the money, and like royalties is like a whole separate thing. And like, thank God I don't make money on my music yet because that would be an issue. I don't know how to handle that yet. I need to get like an accountant for that. I don't know. But it's so hard and there's no justice, literally no justice to be found unless you apparently get on the internet and start screaming about it. And I'm a very vocal person and I will scream about it on the internet, but not everyone will. And like, someone's got to be the one to stand up for the little guy. Like,
well, thank you.
I'm the little guy. I am literally the little guy and I'm standing up for that little guy. So fuck you guys. Give me back my song. I made that shit. There's no AI in it. And I will never have AI in any of my songs because I don't want it. You can keep it.
Well, and you have to understand what happened with the music industry, right? So like 20 years ago, the only way that you got your music either heard by like radios or anybody was
through a
label, right? And then those decided to clamp down and only take the best of the best 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so every independent artist was pretty much funneled into these distribution systems, these DSPs, right?
Yes.
And it's like they force you in there. And now they're taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
Essentially, right? So it's like, yeah, I can see like this thing, essentially hurted,
Yes.
And it should be a free and open ability for any artist that wants to express themselves to do so. They made it look that way. But now they're taking, you know what I mean? They're now putting these regulations and like, it's just a bad situation all around, honestly.
Yeah. And it's also like most of these companies, their front line, like marketing, like big thing is like your music owned and controlled by you, your choice. This is you can do it. It's all yours. Here you go. It's like, no, you're lying. So let's, maybe rethink our marketing strategy on that. Or maybe let's be true to our word, like one or the other. Like if you're going to lie to me, at least like, I don't know, be consistent. Like, I don't know. Like
be smoother if you're going to.
Yeah, right? Like, just cut it out. Leave me alone. Please. I only have 5 songs on the internet. God.
Okay, so on the flip side of that, like, what's the best moment you've ever had in the music industry so far?
I don't know. I think it's yet to come. I really do.
It's yet to come. I've never heard that response before. That's interesting.
I don't like. I just don't think I've hit my. I don't think I've had like a best moment. All of my moments have been
Kind of like
not
the grind
not
working to
not
it, right?
bad.
Like,
Definitely not bad. Like I've had good moments, but like there's nothing that's been like oh, like there's nothing that really like has brought me like oh man, this is like a really good moment. Like everything has been just like building towards something bigger. I don't know what that bigger thing is yet, but I guess I'm just working. I'm just
I guess the
working and I'm
hope for
trying.
that big thing then, right? Like that's what it'll
Yeah.
be when it
Yeah.
comes.
And I honestly I'm kind of grateful that I don't have anything to think about because like I don't want to have anything to compare myself to yet. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have a situation where I'm like that was my peak. That was my peak and then
Mm,
all the little voices in my head tell me that nothing's ever going
yeah,
to be as
yeah.
good as that. You know, I'm too I'm 22. I'm not like young, but I still have plenty of time to like have some great shit happen to me. And I think that it will. Great shit happens to me all the time in my day-to-day life. Like I'm a very lucky person. I work really hard for what I have and I have good people around me and I'm very grateful and I'm very blessed and like I just think that there's other cool stuff that's going to happen to me later. I just don't have a peak yet. I hope I never get there. I hope I never peak.
Interesting. I told Jelly Roll the other day I hope I never win a Grammy
You
because I
talked to
feel like
Jelly Roll the other day?
well, just in like a comment on Instagram or whatever, right?
I
And
was
I was
like,
like, I don't know, he's gloating about having a Grammy opportunity or
ugh,
something again. And I was like, I don't ever want one. I don't want to be a part of that like thing, that machine that's going on, man. We've been independent, doing our own thing, helping people like you and 30 others, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And we're not trying to get into your system to be a part
yeah.
of your thing you have going on,
I don't
right?
want anything to do with it. Like honestly, if I could never be signed, if I never have to be signed, I would love to keep it that way. I don't want to be.
Maybe we can hold our own independent music awards and just make our own version of what a Grammy is and do it that way. You know
Right?
what I
Like
mean?
the Grammys are the Grammys. And like a Grammy would be phenomenal. Like if I ever won a Grammy, I'd probably pass away right then and there. But like I just don't that's not my end goal. Like that's just it's
Right.
never been my end goal. My end goal is to make music. I just want to make music. I want to put it on the internet and I want people to listen to it. I don't want a Grammy. I don't need $1 million. I don't need fame. I just want to make something that people can experience and enjoy. And if that is how I live my life and I never win a Grammy, then God help me, I'll be grateful. I don't care. I literally don't.
Yeah, I'm looking to change lives like I already have. You know what I mean? And I want to find more that I can change. It's not about
Yeah.
obviously money comes along with doing all this work,
You
right?
need
It's
money
not
to like
about
do things. Money is a
right.
tool. It's an asset, but it's not like a prize. Like it's not
Yeah, like
that's not what you're doing.
the
Like you there's no
version of fame that
satisfaction
I
in it.
seek is yeah, it's not that like everybody look at me. Oh my God. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's more so like give me the resources that I need through having that like noted like being
No,
known by people
yeah.
so
Yeah,
that
having
your
that
accounts
notability.
can grow to that point where you can get the money in to help the people. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes,
And
exactly.
actually make change on this planet. That's what I'm about.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I'm calling it now, but I just feel like in the next couple years, these award ceremonies, these music award ceremonies are going to be dominated by like either they're going to have to make a rule that AI artists can't win Grammys.
What are they gonna do? Bring a like computer up on stage and be
No,
like, "This
right?
is him." You
That's what
know?
I'm saying. Like, either they're going to have to make a rule that AI artists can't win Grammys, and then AI art will no longer have a purpose because people will be like, well, if I can't win a Grammy, then what's the point of doing it? Or AI artists will start winning Grammys, and then at that point, the Grammys will be more of a joke than they
Washed
already
out.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I, the Grammys last year, Cowboy Carter winning against Billie Eilish's Hit Me Hard and Soft, like that really, I was like, no one is listening to Beyonce. It is not the 90s. I swear to God. Like, she's wonderful. She's an amazing artist. She's got a beautiful voice, but she has had her time. She has built her empire. She is who she is. Like, she's not making music that is groundbreaking to anyone. Like, she's just doing what she knows how to do, which is great, but like, you're not building something new. Like, there are so many artists that are doing new things that are just not going to get the recognition because the Grammys and all of these other music award ceremonies are a favorites game,
Well,
and they
and then I
always will
saw
be a
Billie
favorite.
Eilish, right? Like a week ago or 2 weeks ago at some kind of like was it the Grammy nomination? I don't know, something like that. And then all these powerful people are in the room and she's like, "Why don't you give your billions of dollars away and do something
Yes,
useful with it?" Right? Remember
yes,
that?
yes. God, I
And
love
doing the
her.
right thing with it, right?
God, I love her. Yes, she is like
I
such an
actually hear her
anomaly.
in your music when I listen to it.
Oh
You know what I
God,
mean?
I love
There's like
her.
touches
I
of it,
love
yeah.
her. I love her. I love her. And yeah, I there's a lot of like inspiration of her in my music. Like when I make music, I take obviously inspiration from a bunch of different artists. I listen to a bunch of different genres and just I try to build it into something that's my own. But you know, she's doing stuff that's so against the grain in a good way, in a great way. Like her tour has been entirely like to the best of her ability, it has been like carbon neutral. So she's not like doing things in a very like carbon emission heavy way. She's not doing single use plastic. She's doing like she's providing things for her fans and for the community and like boosting the economy in the way that is like beneficial to the world, and like having that extra thought and time and effort put into your art when it's live and on tour
And when you
speaks
already have that
volumes.
name, right? When you're already
Yes.
that big.
Yes, and but she's using her name and what she stands for like for good. Like she's using her name to promote what she stands for, which is like saving the fucking world, dude. Like
Yes, I'm in the
why
world.
if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire?
Why do you need
Like
that 10th yacht?
give your
You know what I
money
mean?
away,
Like,
shorties. Like that's yes, like that's the energy that we need because Taylor Swift's not doing that.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I don't like her. I don't like Taylor Swift. She's brilliant. She has done amazing things with her life. She has done amazing things with her music. She has dealt with struggles, but if there's one thing that Taylor Swift will not do, it is open her mouth on an issue that doesn't affect her.
It's a little bit
Oh,
selfish, you know? Like,
yeah, because at that point, it's like you have all this time and money, time, money, and influence.
resource, yeah.
She's
The
such an
ability to do
influential
whatever you
person.
want, right?
And
Yeah.
like her life is revolving around her husband or soon to
A
be
football player,
husband,
yeah.
who's
Ex-football player?
he's a football player. Like I'm
Football
sure
player,
that he's a
yeah.
great guy. Like he seems like he treats her well based on like all the context of everything and the giant rock on her finger. I'm sure she's living her best life, but she's not doing anything. Like you are just like all of these other like powerful men that you have like constantly scorned your entire career. You're like, oh, all these men think that I can't do it.
Yeah, in the
Now she's
lyrics of the
doing
songs, yeah.
exactly what they're doing, which is nothing. You're not doing anything. Like do something with
Interesting.
your life. It's such a again like the there's many examples of hypocrisy in the world, but a lot in the music industry, and it's like these big influential powerful artists who have so much that they could do to bring change to the world and they just don't. I'm like, why?
And I feel
Why?
like there's a shift happening where people like Billie Eilish and people coming up in the music industry see it a different way, you know, where they're
Mhm.
actually trying to make a difference if they can get there, you know?
Yes. Because I mean, the other thing is like on the, you know, on the other side of things is like, I think that being positive and open, like the way that Billie Eilish is going about things, like I do think that it will bring her more fame and success and support than people think that it will, because people are like, oh, I don't want to stir the pot. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to upset the billionaire.
I
But
came
it's
to
like,
stir the pot. That's
I
what
can't, but like that's the thing, like artists who come to stir the pot, who come to shake things up, like those are the people that go farther because they're doing something fucking different. They're not doing the
useful.
same
Yeah.
song and dance. Yeah, I mean, like you look back at like, you know, I another one of my big influences is Eminem, which you probably wouldn't really like pick up on, but I love that man. Like I think that he is so fucking cool, and I
He's
wouldn't
kind of
be
my first artist that I listened to in a big way.
I literally like I genuinely could not fathom having the kind of like mindset and confidence that I do if I hadn't started listening to his vulgar ass music at age like 12. It
There
like
you go.
it changed something in my brain. And like when you think about his career and you think about, and I'm like Stan till I die, but when you think about his career, like you think about all of these things that he did that were against the grain, and he was a very outspoken person. He was saying a lot of inappropriate stuff. He was getting on, you know, the FCC's nerves and like just going out there and running his mouth, and people didn't like that, but that is what made him who he is. And now in this day and age, he's not that anymore because he's a grown man with a daughter and grandchildren at this point. Like he has grown up, but like without that like push against the narrative, like he would have just been some random guy. He would have just been some random guy that probably never went anywhere. But it's like having a differentiating opinion and speaking it with your whole chest is what brings people to pay attention to you.
I like it.
That's just how it is. Like, you're not doing anything if you're not doing anything.
Nice. Okay, well, let's
So,
get
yeah.
into like the technical side of things here a little bit.
Okay.
Tell us what you use to record your music with. Like, what kind of devices do you have? What microphone?
Well, you're on my laptop, which is my main source of musical production. I use Logic Pro. This is my MacBook. I got it in like 2024. It's got like the M2 chip. She's fast. She's fast and she is furious.
That's a good one.
She does everything that I need her to do. And I have the Focusrite, Scarlett Focusrite headphones that came in my little interface microphone.
Oh, you got like one of those mic
kit.
Interface like bundle pack
combos.
things, right?
Yes, I did, just like every other starting artist.
Nice.
Over there I have a little MIDI controller that I use. I could grab it, but I'm connected to my computer. It's just like standard like 16 key, you know what I mean? Like something very simple. It's got little modulators on the side. I am trained in piano. So
Okay.
I do a lot of composing that way, and it makes sense that way. I can play guitar a little bit, like roughly, but it's mostly just me and my MIDI keyboard and my headphones and my microphone and
like VSTs inside a Logic type thing.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes I'll use Apple Loops. When I was making this last EP, I was using a lot of them because I felt like it was easier to like bring my vision to life with them just to start with it, and then I added a lot more like original composition to it. But no, there's literally no hate in using something that's like pre-recorded. I think that is like, because people use samples all the time, so why not? But yeah, it's usually just me and my headphones. Yeah, my secret sample pack.
Yeah,
the one that came with the program on my computer.
No, I've been like mining them over 20 years.
Yeah.
Actually. And they're like, no, they're not used by anybody else. I've never heard all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I bring them out of my bag once in a while and just like, this one's going in a track. You know what I mean?
Put it in.
Yeah, it's like my secret weapon almost,
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's just like, I would love to one day have my own studio with a full 88 key keyboard.
Oh my gosh, I wish you could see it. It's right behind the camera here.
I have my dad has a studio at our house in Massachusetts, but I don't live there. So it's kind of hard for me to use that. And our
can't do it
apartment
wirelessly
here. Yeah, it'd be kind of hard. And then my apartment here is not really conducive. I just live with 3 other people, so I don't really have the space to branch out like that. But one day, one day I'll have more, and I'll be able to tune into the live. I would love to write an album with all live instruments. Like, I think that for my voice, that would be very flattering, because I do have, I don't know, I'm a singer, so I sing, and singing is much more natural, I guess, if it's surrounded by instruments that are also being played by people. So those are some goals of mine.
We've been soaked in like this overly produced digital production thing with vocals on top of it lately, right? For like the past 5 years or something, right?
Yeah.
So to bring it back to like that organic state again could be special,
Yes, especially because I never have really had the opportunity to do that. Like, I'm actively trying right now to start working with a couple of my friends who are in their own little small band, like house, like basement band type thing, but they all play, and they play really, really well. I'm not gonna lie, I was quite impressed. We did a session like last weekend, and I was like, holy shit, you guys can play. I was like, this is crazy. I was so intimidated, because I was like, oh my God, like, it's been a long time since I played with a band. Like, the last time I played with a band was when I was in high school, and I was doing like community ensemble, and like having just like, they put like 6 of us in a room, and they were like, you play the drums, you play the bass, you play the guitar, you sing. And it was just like very like by the book, but I've never really sat down and done like a jam session. And so that was really, really nice. And I really love a lot of, do you know Lizzie McAlpine?
I had just heard of her name the other day, actually.
Oh my God.
My wife was showing me her, yeah.
She is so brilliant. And her music is like her album that came out like 2 years ago. It's called Older. It is so beautiful, and she's just got such a lovely voice, and she writes in a very heartbreaking and melodic way. And then the instruments that are backing her, just like it just sounds like a chorus, but it's like instrumental. It's just really well done, and I just like wish that I could do something like that, because I do feel very constrained by the fact that I'm using electronic instruments, and it's fun, don't get it twisted, but I don't think that it's as conducive to making music as I wish it was, you know?
Yeah. Okay,
So
so is there like one thing that you do that's different than most artists? The way you record, or like the way you do something in the recording process?
probably, I don't know. I feel I feel like low key I'm doing everything wrong like all the time. Like I have like crazy self-doubt in terms of like my production capabilities, because again, like I was like, I want to do this, I need to teach myself, I need to learn. And I've taken classes before, and I've gone on YouTube, and I've had people show me, and I've done sessions with like my other artist friends, but like I just feel like everything that I'm doing is like the opposite of what I could be doing. I'm just doing it. I'm
I
doing
do
it
it
the way that
backwards. That's what's special about me.
yes, that's how I feel. Like I literally feel like I'm doing it the wrong way, and I'm like not doing it the right. But it comes out sounding kind of okay. So
And
I
that's what
must be
makes
doing
it what it
something
is.
right.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. I don't know. Like people, I watched like videos on YouTube, and people were like, okay, here's how you do it. Step A, step B, step C, step C. Blah 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 blah. Blah. This is all that. I'm like, I'm gonna put it in, and then I'm gonna hope for the best, and then I think that I have it, and then I'll fuck something up, and then I'm like, damn it, I don't know anything. I'm like, I gotta turn this off and start again later.
Walk
But
away, you know?
I guess like the thing that I do differently than other people is that I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I've never heard that one before. That's great.
I'll just try my best, man. I just want to do it so badly, and like I eventually reach a point where I feel confident enough in like each individual song where I'm like, okay, this could be something. But I don't put too much pressure on it to begin with, because a lot of the stuff that I make ends up just being put in a folder on my computer, and I never touch it ever again because I just don't see the vision in it. Maybe one day I'll go back and I'll be like, oh, maybe there is a vision in that. Actually, one time,
Yeah,
the
save them.
second song I ever released, it's called 5 to 8. And I wrote it, and I was like, this is terrible. I'm never putting this on the internet ever. And I put it in a folder. And then I was sitting in a parking lot on a cold winter day, warming up in my car with a coffee from Starbucks. But I just remember because I was parked outside the Starbucks, and I was like going through my phone, and I was like, what's this one? Totally forgot about it. Put it on, and I was like,
this is amazing, right?
wait, this is kind of good. But like I had just done it, and I listened to it for so long that I was just like totally over it. I was like, I don't want to listen to this anymore. I don't think that it's good. Like, because you get that, like, I don't like fatigue. Like that, like
Yeah, if you hear it
ear
enough
fatigue.
times or whatever, right?
You're like, I don't know if this sounds good anymore. This sounds like nothing. It's like when you look at a word too long, you're like, I don't know what that says. I literally can't read that.
I started making beats for a rapper, like one of my boys that we're actually releasing an EP soon.
Yes.
And like I just start making beats randomly, and I'd be like, this is shit, and I'd throw them away. And then one night I showed them to him, and he's like, dude, I'll smack you. Like, this is the best sounding thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's
And then I was
so
like,
weird.
yeah, right?
Because you're like, this sounds terrible because you've listened to it like from start to finish like 100 times, like in an hour. And
You
you're
hear
like,
what's
oh
wrong
my
with it,
God.
I guess, in your opinion, right? Like,
Yeah. And you just like, you're like, I don't know. Like it loses its sparkle. It just like loses all the intensity that it has. But when you listen to it like as a mostly finished or half finished product, like from an outside set of fresh ears, it's completely different. And so it really just like having that either time and distance away from a project or having someone else listen to it, like it, that makes all the difference. It's just like taking a second and being like, okay, I've stared at this for too long and now it's bad, but I don't know that it's actually bad. I think I just might be tired of it. And
well, and then you find out that every other person on the planet might like something totally different than each other, right? And it's
Yeah.
like, so like it's gonna hit with somebody, no matter how bad you think it is, somebody probably loves it, right?
Right. Or, you know, if you think it's bad and like other people think it's bad, then you just made something bad, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh, I like it.
So sometimes I'm just like,
Like
man,
it's universally across the board.
I'm
just
like,
shit,
okay,
you
so
know?
we all agree that was terrible.
delete.
So I know what to not do in the future. Great, glad we're
And
clear
then it's a
on that.
lesson. It's at least a lesson then, right?
There's another brick for your wall or your bridge or whatever you're making, whatever you're building.
Nice.
Your tower to your peak.
Well, yeah,
So,
we're gonna hear another one of your songs, and it's not bad.
It's pretty
It's
good.
definitely good. Yeah, it's called Past Life.
It is. It is.
Tell us about Past Life.
This one's a really personal story, and this one is like completely written about a person that I don't talk to anymore, and hurts me
Did you
physically.
give them a fake name at least?
There's no name in the song.
Good.
There's no name in the song, but if they have heard the song, they will know that it's about them. And I kind of wrote it that way intentionally because
hoping they would hear it, maybe, you know?
Well, if you go back to High Stalker, we know that we have people who stalk me on the internet. And what do I do on the internet? I post about my music. So chances are, if you're stalking me, you know that I posted some music, and then you'll probably listen to it, and then you'll probably know it's about you. And this was my form of getting closure. So I spent a lot of time trying to get over a situation with this person, and it didn't go very well. And so actually, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to write a song and put it on the internet, and that'll be my closure.
Nice.
Because that's how I feel.
Actually.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Tape. Roll tape.
You popped up in a dream I had last night. You looked right at me and asked, why do we still fight? But I don't know, I haven't spoken to you in years, and you aren't real. But when I wake up in the morning, I swear I can feel you. So I take melatonin and hope that I pass out. And I wish I could drink back the time till I black out. 'Cause I think of you in the weirdest times now. I could swear that I saw you out driving around. I know you're thinking of me out there somewhere. You already know what I look like in my underwear. In a past life, we would split the bill and go out dancing and party until we come back home and lie down on the couch. In a past life, maybe we worked things out. We worked things out. I see you in all of the dreams I had. And I don't care if it makes me get mad, 'cause a part of me just needs to know. Was it real or just for show? Was it real or just for show? Snowball fights and freezing rain, snow angels to numb the pain, sipping on pink Whitney while I'm 3 years underage. I remember when you turned 19, you didn't want a big party, but I knew you needed a proper celebration. I know you're thinking of me out there somewhere. You already know what I look like in my underwear. In a past life, we would split the bill and go out dancing and party until we come back home and lie down on the couch. In a past life, maybe we worked things out. I just keep on hoping it won't keep me up till morning, buried underneath the weather. In a past life, things were better, but I won't be surprised when the evening hits the night, and maybe in a past life things could turn out alright. In a past life, we would split the bill and go out dancing and party until we come back home and lie down on the couch. In a past life, baby, we worked things out.
Welcome back to the Put Up, everybody. I'm A.K.A. the Wizard, and this is Bird over here today. You have
Hello.
her with you. The song
Ah.
you just heard is called "Past Life."
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is. So yeah, honestly, a lot of my music is built around like situations in my life, as I feel like a lot of people can relate to. I spoke a little bit earlier about doing like songs for like the challenge of it, and not for the emotional part of it, but there are some songs that I do write that are for the emotional part of it, and that one,
Definitely.
she's a heavy hitter. Um, and I actually today I was listening to it in the shower because I like was listening to my music and I put on my on repeat on Spotify and it came on and I was like, okay, I'll listen to it. I was listening to it in the shower and I was like, it needs something. It needs something. It like doesn't feel like it needs to be a bigger punch in the face. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like you're being hit hard enough. So I actually today I sat down and I did like a couple more vocal tracks and I put
Oh
some
my gosh, you
horns on
added
it.
to this track.
I did. And it's gonna come out on Tuesday, so it'll be out like, way before this airs, but it'll be available to be on the internet and you can listen to it if you want. But I added just a little, I tweaked it just a little bit, and I was listening to it earlier, and I was like, now it actually hurts. Now it actually hurts, and that is something that I choose that I hope other people can hear. You know what I mean? If there's one thing that you can emulate in a song, it's an emotion. And so with that one, I really just want people to be able to feel how I felt when I was writing it and maybe relate to it in their own way, because it is kind of, it can be generalized. Like I try to write songs in a not too specific way so that, it can be received by people differently and be, interpreted differently, but it is very much like a wistful, like
Very specific.
very specific, intentional piece of work.
Well, with that, audience connection, like making your audience feel your art. How do you make it relatable to them?
Well, it's kind of hard to do that. It really is.
It is
I like,
because everybody's different, right? Like when it comes to today's
yeah,
day and age, especially there's 300,000 songs getting released per day right now, right?
yeah.
And so
believe
everybody's
it.
just on like this overload of like what's coming in, right?
Yes, like there's so many options. There's so many options. It's very hard to capture someone's attention long enough. So I do obviously try to play into like the meanings behind the songs for this specific EP, this concept, The Crow and the Star. And I don't know if this came across the way that it did, because my dad did ask me. He was like, what does this mean? Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, hi, my name's Elise Bird, God-given name. Like, that's who I am. I've always felt very like attracted to that. And I was like, well, the crow is me in this symbolic world of EP music. I am the crow. And then the star, if you think about a star, it's got 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many songs are there on the EP? There's 5. The
Interesting.
star,
Yeah.
the star is my music, and crows like historically and like just the way that they are very intelligent birds. Out of all of the birds, they're one of the smarter ones, and they love to collect things and they love shiny things. So crows historically will like pick up like soda tabs and like candy wrappers and coins and stuff like that, and they will collect these things because they think they're interesting, because they have brains and they're like, oh, these are objects that are shiny and interesting. And so I imagine like the EP cover is like a crow with a star in its mouth. And so I am the crow, and these interesting shiny things are my songs.
Nice.
And so
That's deep. Damn.
It's low key. It is low key deep. I thought about that for like a long time, but it kind of just like came to me. I was just like thinking, and I was like, oh,
yeah, that's wild, you know?
So that's, yeah. And I didn't ever really explain that like on the internet, because I like that's
There's some serious mileage into that idea. My gosh.
too many
Wow.
words, too many words to summarize it down into like one small thing. So I photoshopped that image of a crow with its beak open, and I just like had a little star, and then I made it like rainbow and sparkly, and the crow is very like plain, and you'll notice it's very like flat, and it's flat on purpose because the star is like the
one thing,
the thing that you're like supposed to be looking at. Like the crow is just there, like the star is like what's important. And so I feel like, you know, just having a good basis behind like your, because I feel I'm all over the place. When people make music, if you don't have a concept behind it, it means nothing. Like, here's a song I wrote. Okay, what's it about? Why should I care? Why is it important?
why should
What
you
does it
connect
mean?
to it, right?
What makes it interesting? Like, I was thinking like I need a story behind all of it, because they have stories behind them, but like I need a way to like tie that into like the greater concept, which is the collection of them. Like, what makes these songs in particular important for this project? And it's just like, this was the project that I was the crow, and these are my star. These are my little shiny, here you go. Here's my little shiny trinkets. But instead of seeing them, you
it actually leads me into my next question. What is the takeaway from all of this? What do you hope people feel when they experience your art?
I hope that people feel happy. I hope that people like
Except
it.
for that one, you know?
You know, I hope that people no. I hope that if there's anything that people take away from my music and my art, is that I'm doing it for the love of it. Like, that's it.
Nice.
Like, there's no, I have 1,000 reasons to stop doing it. Like, my life is busy as fuck. I am tired all the time. I do not have creative abilities to just flowing out of me all the time. Like, I don't have any money. I don't have any producer
Get $6
friends.
taken from you. Jeez.
No, I literally was robbed. Like, I have 1,000 fucking reasons to quit, but I don't want to, because I like it. And I want to keep doing it because I like it and it brings me joy. And all I can hope is that that translates through my music and into other people's ears and brains. And they recognize that I'm doing it for the love of the art, not because it's easy. Because if anything, it's really hard. And I'm not using AI, and I'm not cheating, and I'm not taking the quick way. I'm not taking the easy way. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the fame. I'm in it because I like doing it. And it brings me joy, and it brings me peace. And it lets me literally work through like moments in my life where I was like, holy shit, like, I don't know what to do about this. What am I going to do about it? I'm going to open my mouth. I'm going to start talking about it. I'm going to start singing about it. I'm going to make a song about it. And then it like puts it in this like capsule. And then here she is. Here it is. This imaginary song.
And then you can like have it to look at and analyze and see forevermore, you know?
Yeah. And then it's like a timeline marker. Like,
yeah,
this is where I was when I did that. This is where I'm going to be later when I do this, you know? And just like building this timeline.
That's kind of epic, actually. Yeah.
Having a record of something that I did, you know?
Yeah, beautiful.
When I die, I want everyone to listen to my Logic music. I want everyone to listen to the song that I wrote on GarageBand and be like, wow, this is so ass. Turn this off. No, I love it though. Like, they're quaint. They're my quaint little songs. They're not anything big and grand yet. Maybe one day they will be, but I have to get there first. And I don't think like if I got a phone call tomorrow from like Mr. Big CEO man from big label company and he was like, we have this opportunity for you. You should do this. You should do that. You should do this. Do you want to do it? I'd probably be like, no, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Because I don't feel ready, and not ready in the sense where it's like, oh my God, I'm not ready. I'm scared. But like genuinely, like I just like wouldn't be ready for it. Like it would destroy me. Like I don't have the capacity to get there yet. You know, I don't feel like I know enough about what I want and what I want to do to like make myself be pushed into that realm of new and unexplored and scary and lots of legal terms that I don't know how to
Contracts
I
and
need to
signing
like
things
I
and-
get a lawyer and like a manager. I don't want that yet. Maybe one day, but not today.
Okay, so what's next then? What do you have cooking up? What's coming out maybe in the next, I don't know. What do you got going on?
Well, by the time this is out, I'll have Past Life Cinematic. I'm calling it Past Life Cinematic because it sounds cinematic. I don't know. I just came up with it. But I'm hoping that next year will bring more music, always. I'm hoping to try and book literally just one gig. Literally just one gig,
Okay.
guys. That's all I need.
That's a good goal.
I don't need a lot. Maybe two. Go crazy. But just one. Just one. Someplace in Portland. Like that's just all I want. And I'll write a letter to every single one of my friends. I'll say, please come, please. And maybe half of them will. And you know, maybe some of them will post about it. And maybe some people that I don't know will show up. I don't know. I just want to play a live show. I need to figure out how to do that. I need to figure out what kind of show it would be and like just dive into the live creative side of it because I do feel again like I have so much I want to do. I can see it in my head. I just need to bring it to life.
Nice.
So that's the goal.
That's a wonderful goal. I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so last thing before we're done the interview here, where can people get a hold of you? Where do they watch your stuff? We got some of your links that'll be below here. But
Yeah.
if somebody wanted to like collaborate with you, how do they contact you properly? Like, where's your home base at?
Yeah, so I am chronically on my phone. She's right here. Chronically on my phone.
Look, I got
no
mine
manager.
Right
Here you go. Here she is. If you wanted to know what my wallpaper looks like right now, because it's fall. Oh my God, can my notifications go away? She's
oh damn! Look at that.
There you go.
Nice.
It's a little fall mountain. That's where you can contact me. My social medias are Elise Bird, 2 eyes and Bird, because Bird is always going to be the one that is changed because people mess up my first name enough. Thank you very much. Elise Bird on Instagram, 2 eyes and Bird. Same with my TikTok. It was the Crow and the Star for a while, but that was for promotional. I probably shouldn't do that, but I don't care. And then so Elise Bird on there, 2 eyes and Bird. You can DM me on either one of those. I check my DMs all the time. If you ask to be my sugar daddy, I'm not answering you. Please stop sending me messages like that. I'm not answering
a public
you.
service announcement now.
Do not send me. No, I don't want to collab with you if you don't know how to collab with somebody, so please know how to do that first. Other than that, as long as you're not like,
don't be a creep.
As long as you're not, if you're scary, you're getting blocked. I'm sorry. I don't need any more high stalkers. I'm good, thank you. So
you literally wrote a song about it.
I don't need it. Like, I don't want you to come to my house, thank you. But yeah, social media. I don't know if I can give you you have my email. You can
don't give out your email. No.
Okay, then don't. I'll give you a different email that's like a spam email that I have. That's
there you go. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. So I'll put that down there, and then just DM me or send me an email. And
have you ever thought about like making a website for your music to like put it up and post it? And
I do. That is also on my list of things that I need to get done.
It'll be like EliseBird.com or something, or Bird.com. I bet Bird.com's gone.
Yeah, Bird.com. That's the hardest thing too. Is like Bird is like such a common word.
Yeah,
that people
like,
use all the time. It doesn't even sound like an artist name. Like it just sounds so plain, but it just is what it is right now. But it's
what
my
is it?
name, so
I think there's a label called like something bird.
Songbird. It's so
There's
cliche.
tons of, yeah, there's so many things like that.
It's so cliche, but it's like in my life, I have always felt like if you're not a singer, like what are you gonna be? Like, girl, you literally it's in the name. Like you just gotta take the
It's true.
cliche. You just have to submit because I hate to be right on the nose, but it's so right on the nose. But it's also so hard to just be like, well, I don't want to use that. Like it's right there. Like you may as well. So
You know what? We actually learned something in audio college about naming yourself. And it's like if you have a cool name, use it, but otherwise come up with a name for your artistry. And I
right,
think that one's cool though. You know?
it's very on the nose. Like what birds, great. What do birds do? They sing and they fly, I guess.
There you
But like
go.
it's right there. So yeah, and then other than that, follow me. Listen to my music on Spotify, Apple Music. I made a Bandcamp. Finally, I didn't realize that
Oh,
Bandcamp was a
nice.
thing till like last week, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm like slow on this, but you know, wherever. And I'm very friendly. And I would love to make some music friends, and I would love to have more opportunities to connect with people around the world because that's all you can ask for. That's all you can ask for. And I'm very grateful and I'm so thankful to have met you. And thank you, everyone, Julia, for, conducting this whole thing. This has been so fun and exciting. You guys are very, very pleasant to talk to and very, very good at this. I have felt very comfortable this whole time. So thank you so much.
Well, thanks for coming on. Honestly.
Yes.
We always love to put people up. That's our job.
Yeah.
You
And I'm
know?
so excited I found the show. Like I'm subscribing, like I'm there.
Yeah,
Don't
heck
worry.
yeah.
Don't worry. I'm your biggest fan. I'll be in your comment section till the day I die,
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure that all the other artists will love that too. You know? I think
Yes.
some of them go back on there and see what's on there every once in a while. So
Yeah.
leave
And
them a comment, whatever. And
I love to know another small musician or medium-sized musician, average
yeah.
size musicians. I don't know, whatever size musician.
You know what? One time I even did one of myself.
Did you? Were
Yeah,
you
it's
like,
me and me?
how are you doing, A.K.A. the Wizard? Thank
No.
you so much for asking, A.K.A. the Wizard.
It was literally 2 screens, and it's like I took it twice, and I answered the questions with like pauses in between, so I could talk as the other person. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, go watch it. It's funny as hell.
I need to go see that. That's so funny.
Like as if I didn't know. And the funniest part is like one guy didn't realize that both were me.
Bruh.
He's like, "Yo, I saw you on this interview thing." I was like, "Dude, that was my own show. Come on, did you not realize that?"
He was trying to be so supportive. He's like, oh my God, you'll never guess what I saw. I wonder why, girl. Like,
Yeah, great, right?
yeah, that's so funny. That is so funny.
But yeah, that's it for the interview. So we'll sign off. We'll let the end music roll credits. And thank you for coming on, everybody.
Thank you
Anybody
for
that's
being
watching,
here.
have a great rest of your day. Peace out.